Hey guys, Brian Furlong with Pitching Performance here. We've got a little slow motion video of Josh Beckett. This film was shot in 2011. This is a game against the Oakland Athletics. It's shot with a high-speed camera, I believe 240 frames per second. So you can see the film is a little fuzzy, but things are slowed way down so we can really take a look at some of the key components to Major League power pitcher's delivery out of the windup. We're going to start. This is Josh in his just kind of set position. You can see he's got his hands low, nice and tall, good posture. He's going to work into his pivot step, or I'm sorry, his rocker step. Very small step, maintaining the center of gravity. You can see his body hardly moves at all as he just kind of steps off to the side there. Now he's going to work into his pivot, and he's going to get his foot squared against the back of the rubber so he's got something, a good strong position to drive from, and he's also able to get his body in line. And now he's going to go ahead and gather his energy over that backside by working into his knee lift. You can see that knee kind of moves up and back towards his throwing shoulder, closing off his hips. I'm going to pause him at the top of his delivery here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pause him right at balance point and just kind of show you he's in a good, nice posture through his torso, good athletic position over that back leg. He's got the back hip pocket locked on target. That just means that he's got his hips closed up. He's going to work from here right back down towards the ground, so he's going to go up and then down as he separates his hands and also stores that energy over that back leg. And now as his foot gets about to the middle of his calf, getting kind of down there towards his ankle, he'll start to actually drive himself forward towards his target. He's also going to separate his hands and work into a big long stride. You'll notice most power pitchers are going to have a big stride. This is going to be power position as his front foot lands. Some people call this foot strike. Power position kind of refers to the overall position of his body. Hips are closed, shoulders are closed, elbows are in what we call equal and opposite. That means equal angles between his forearm and his upper arm, and then his elbows are also on equal sides of his body. That just kind of means, I guess it's pretty easy to see with him because his arms are pretty level right there, shoulders are pretty level. Next thing you're going to notice is the back hip continue to drive forward, turning the torso. So now he's rotating his torso, his shoulders are coming around, and he's fully extending his ankle, his knee, and his hip. So he's getting a lot of drive through that back leg right there. And I'm going to stop him right about here. This is a maximum external rotation in his arm. That's his forearm laying back flat. Most big league pitchers are going to have quite a bit of external rotation in their arm. You can notice his glove side is strong in front of his body. It extended out a little bit towards his target, and then it kind of worked back into his body. His body simultaneously worked towards it. The idea is that it maintained that good connection between his body and his target. Now you're about to witness the fastest motion, fastest movement in sports. The speed at which a pitcher's arm is accelerated forward. Call about that release point, somewhere right in there, right in between those two frames. Baseball's coming out. Okay, so he's releasing at front foot or slightly ahead of front foot, and from there he's going to continue to work down, powering into his front side, pretty close to a back flat position. So that's the flexion of his trunk, kind of powering down into his front leg, propelling the baseball forward. His fingers are applying the force, just turning into the velocity of the baseball. As he comes through, you'll see that his back foot or backside comes through and squares himself up on his target. So, he's in a pretty good position to field, and his energy was efficiently delivered towards target. We'll go right back into it. He actually just went into his rocker step right there. He's got a pivot going here. Okay, so there he is. He's pivoted, and he's going to go into his knee lift. You can see his hands are down low around the belt, As his knee comes up, he'll raise them slightly, I believe. And yeah, they're going to come up to about his sternum once he gets to his full out balance point. And he keeps that weight over the backside. Weight is still over the backside. He starts to work down, and now he's driving. Now he's starting to drive towards his target. He's getting a lot of power coming out of that back leg, driving, propelling himself forward, creating energy and momentum. Through that back leg, there is that triple extension position that we were talking about. The hip is extended, the knee is extended, and the ankle is extended. So he's propelled himself towards his target, and now he's going into that rotation. A lot of energy is generated in that rotation of the hips and torso, and then the torso is going to finish down in as it fully whips and accelerates the fingers through the baseball. Release out front, firm glove side, big finish with the arm, big follow through, flat back position, and the backside's going to come through and go ahead and square his body up on his target. An efficient delivery from one of our generation's best power pitchers as we watch him work through the windup.